What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. We are live with the recap over the weekend and what's going on this week. We got more data. This is the recap coverage with Let Cash Accumulate over days. And, we're just recapping the stock market, man. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. I hope everything is going on positive with y'all. Good weekend. A lot of data coming out, a lot of data stuff going on. Man, it's about to get real again. We thought last week was moving. Now it's really about to get rolling now. The move was you got investors, both sides, people feeling type of ways, and it's a lot going on, man. But before we go any further, I do want to get to the recap here of the description. This is recap coverage from the stock and crypto market. These are live ideas of thought and studies. This is not financial advice on this stream or with this company. Now let me proceed on what I was trying to say. So pretty much, like I said, man, over the weekend, we got a lot of economic data. We're about to get right into it. We're going to go over what happened on Friday. And we got a lot of earnings across the board again this week. It's going to be a very busy, volatile week this week. Like I said, we got investors. We got, the market is either bullish or bearish. You got bullish investors or bearish investors or neutral investors. As you see, I show you guys the sentiment every Thursday on each recap. So you see how it updates. But, at the end of the day, you have bearish investors. They are feeling some type of way because, we have finally had the market has finally showed strength to flip the market to a bullish market. And we're finally a bull market right now, as of right now. And, it looks like we could be at the top. We're past the top here, peaking. It could be peak season where, we're seeing these highs and it's going to be a drastic drop right back to the lows. That's what some people are expecting. That's what the bears are hoping anyway. So it's a lot going on. But, I tell people just take these things into consideration day by day, see what's happening. And then it will start to make sense to you. At the end of the day, I do believe, that the move has been made last week. The market is flipped here to a bull market, and we're currently it's going to be very volatile this week. That's what I believe. So we're going to see here. But stocks end Friday lower as GOP negotiators halt debt ceiling talks. So that's still a key thing, you guys, going over the weekend. Going over Friday. The market did realize that they said they was going to halt debt ceiling talks, and since they halted it, I mean there's still no deal. There's still nothing has came to fruition of what they're going to do as far as the debt ceiling being making a deal or not. And you got till June 1st, so it's a pretty big thing on Wall Street and the economy and everything else. So. But at the end of the day, there's no deal, so they halted the talk. And apparently, like Biden over the weekend was saying, he's not going to go through with the deal the Republican way. They were supposed to be talking about it again tonight or today, sometime today. So we'll see how that has an effect tomorrow, obviously. But the debt ceiling talks, you guys, is this key thing here to know this week still. But S&P 500 notches best week since March. That was key. The S&P 500 notches the best week since March. And this all happened on Friday. I'm just rereading it. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 109.28 points or 0.33% to 33,426.63 points. The S&P 500 slipped 0.14% to 4,191.98. The Nasdaq Composite slid 0.24% to 12,657.90. So that's pretty much what happened. It was a small little cheekly pullback basically on Friday from running up on Wednesday and Thursday of last week. And, I just think, like I said, it's going to consolidate here in the areas. It took a while to get to this point. You got to understand what the market is doing. So it's all about consolidation. Consolidation is basically just the market is going to slow up from where it's at just so it doesn't have to go down too low or go up too high. It wants to make another big move, you know what I'm saying? So that's what consolidation is, and just keep that in mind. But we got Fed speakers this week, a lot on Monday. Bullard, Bostic, Barkin, all on Monday. So the market will be very volatile tomorrow morning, you guys. Keep your eye on the market tomorrow and around this time, and check out the data with it, seeing on what it could possibly do. When the speakers speak. So Logan on Tuesday, Collins on Thursday, and that's the Fed speakers for this week, you guys. Here are my top 5 things to know. Debt ceiling drama, as I was saying, that still it's the biggest thing on Wall Street right now to be worried about. And then we got the Fed meeting minutes this week, you guys. And then U.S. PCE inflation data this week as well. So that's going to be key. And earnings, of course, costs, Lowe's, Best Buy, all these earnings. NVIDIA, you guys. NVIDIA got earnings. Oh, man. Zoom. Snow. Oh, my. So, my. It's real. It's real. And PANW, there's a big tech earnings company right there. There's going to be a big earnings right there for them as well. So this is a very volatile week, you guys. This is a week where you want to really pay attention and see what's going on. And this is the earnings list right here. For the week here, like I said, you got Zoom Monday, Lowe's Tuesday. You see what I'm saying? So this that PANW one right there after close on Tuesday. That's gonna be really key. And then the video on Wednesday is gonna be key, and Snowflake on the same day is gonna be even more key. So like them two going together is going to be key. And then looking at how Dollar Tree will be too that Thursday before the opening is going to be key. And Best Buy as well, Burlington Coat Factory too as well, and Ralph Lauren, Costco, Wholesale, Autodesk, Ulta Beauty, you guys, they report this week. And girls, so it's about to be lit. It's about to be lit. It's a lit week this week with the earnings situation. So just keep your eye on that. But economic data this week, services PMI Tuesday, manufacturing PMI Tuesday, big day for data on Tuesday, new home sales data. The FOMC minutes on Wednesday. We'll just be on the lookout to see if the statements change. The market will be definitely change when those minutes kick off at usually around 2 p.m. The market is gonna see a huge pop or a drop. And then, it'll consolidate that way for a while and then break out to a direction. But so stay cautious of that. The FOMC minutes, you guys, is going to be very volatile on Wednesday. And Q1 GDP on Thursday is going to be very volatile as well with that data. And jobless claims Thursday, and pending home sales on Thursday. That should be Thursday there, you guys, not Tuesday. Typo. But core PCE price index on Friday is important though. So all of this data this week, you guys, with the earnings that we got, is all going to be very important. It's gonna make sense by the end of the week. You'll see where the market is heading. One stock to buy, one stock to sell this week. Buy Dick's Sporting Goods, sell NVIDIA. So that's what Wall Street is saying. Last week it was looking like it was about to be right. 50%, then it was 50-50, then it flipped back, then it was completely wrong. It was the complete opposite. You should have brought both of those last week. So this week, Wall Street, we'll see if that's right there. When they're saying one stock to buy, one stock to sell, we'll see. We're paying very close attention to that. But let's go ahead and get into the plays. Starting with the SPY. Let's go ahead and go with the SPY here first. So, SPY, you know how we do. Where we at with it? Levels. It says levels to this. It's levels to this. Now, the levels that it is really, on the SPY, you guys. And people are going to grind their teeth and be mad about it. But, like I said, we're in a bull market. If you check out the recaps from last week, hit the like and subscribe button too as well. But, I drew a house right here, you remember? I was saying this was the bear house, and this is where you wanted to get above. And now we're really, they were above it. They were way above it here. They were way above the bear house. So they had, became in rocket mode and really took off there to the upside. So The house, like I said, now is back in at the top just for, possible retest to go back up. You just never know. The Bulls are in control right now, though, considering they're way above this level here at 417.60. So, that's a level where they want to stay above to contain the bull market now. And the Bulls just want to contain the bullish momentum overall in every other company as well. If the spot continue to stay above 417 right here, 60, that's really just going to be the key. The Bulls don't have to really go too much higher than this. Now you keep playing with them, they will spike to make another high above this level here at 420. But I think their target was 420 all along, and it looks like they just might consolidate that level and see if they can refine more buyers here to the upside tomorrow. So that's what I'm just looking out for. The bear house is really, like I said, almost halfway slaughtered here. So we're not in a bear market anymore. The market is in an uptrend. We're in a bull market here. So at the end of the day, until we see this come back down into the bear house near the window, which is 417.70, and then we can start to say, all right, the Bulls are slipping on that momentum. Now, if we see it come all the way back down in here to the front door here, obviously 414, then we know, okay, the Bears are definitely back in control here. It's back. It'll be a bear market that fast. So you'll see it flip back to a bear market that fast if you see it get back there to the door of the area around 414 now. Then the market is considered really considerably bearish. And then, like I said, the top, what you're seeing now will be well in, because 420 was the target all along. And if you go to 414 and below, this back to a bear market. And then, like I said, it'll be hard to retest 420 if it does go back there low. So just keep that in mind on the spot. But yeah, excuse me. From the 1-day perspective, though, let's go ahead and look at it. I just wanted to explain it to you guys so you understand where we're at here. And we're in a bull market, and it's just what it is. So we follow the charts and numbers. We don't follow our feelings or ego at LCAOD, and that's just what it be. So at the end of the day here, 418 tomorrow on the spot. So from the 1-day perspective here, just looking for, really got to look 5 days out now. Okay, so just looking for the upside here to get back to 419 on the upside on the spot. You can get there. Back to 420 is where you want to get it. You want to find a little bit of consolidation at 420 to show that you can actually hang here, and this is not of a too high level. If you see that, the next break there, it should be 420. It should be a setup right to 420.80, and once you get to that level, you might start seeing a little push rally there to 422 on the spot to the upside. So that's what I'm looking out for by the end of the week, end of the month, possibly. You get what I'm saying? Going into the new month, whatever. But yeah, I think the spot can definitely it can peak here. We're right here at the highs. You got to start thinking year to date too, where we're at, and then thinking 1 year out. So 426 was a recent peak there about a year ago. So I can see us peaking here either to that point or right close to it, or either past that. So it's one of the threes coming there. But we're gonna see there, and that's what we're looking out for on the upside from the 1-day perspective going into next week. Like I said, possibly into the month, whenever. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking the spot can do here to the upside. And if not, this is your top, of course, as you just saw. I just showed you the 1-year perspective here. This would definitely be the top here. And from the 5-day level here, I'm just looking for a little bit of a pullback, because that was kind of a big rally there. So you should expect a little bit of a pullback to 417.80. All the way back here, it looks like support is there. So if that doesn't hold this time, next level I'm looking down for is about 417 flat there to the downside on the spot. Triple Qs, you guys. Triple Q. So it looks like 336. Triple Qs is super bullish, man. We got to look from the 5-year perspective on them now. This is where they're at. So Triple Qs is now here on this candle point here. So it looks like they can retest Looks like they want to break to that 344 level there. Looks like they want to fill that candle right there. It looks like all along this was a target here. As you can see, a year ago they almost got there, but it just wasn't time. Then they sold off to this level. But you know, like I said, now we're here. We're above that level now, so that's what makes it a bull market completely now. That flip is in. We're bullish. The trend is up. So if that's the case, like I said, and that's what it is. You know, like I said, that 344 candle wick is their filling point there. The triple Qs is going towards next. And that's just how the market works there. But, you know, how and will it will do it, that's no telling. But, you know, you can just start when you can read the candles, you can understand that, you know, there's always target points, and that's really one that candle sticks out as a target. So that's just where the triple Qs are heading there to the upside. Now they're full bull mode. Wouldn't want to be shorting here until you can see some break back down below. But on the 1-day perspective here on the triple Qs here, just looking for a break back to the 338 there. If you get it back above 338, 340 bullish triple Qs there, and you might find some rejection there, but you'll probably find a dip buying process there, trying to break to that 342 area right there, and that's where you'll find a huge rejection there. You might see some consolidation going on at the triple Qs. So that's what I'm expecting now at the triple Qs, because remember, they've been bullish all along here from the 1-year perspective. So, you know, just knowing what they can do now, everybody's just buying into it now, knowing what it can do as well. So, you know, that's the upside levels I'm looking out for here. Before that 344 candle fill right there, that's really where they're heading. That's the target. But, you know, these levels got to happen first to break. So that's what I'm looking out for. But to the downside, if, you know, if this is your top, because you see where we're at, we just really are peaking at the top. We're just peaking right now. Could be peak season. And, you know, this is your top and to the downside. So I'm just looking for a break back below this 335. As you can see, that is support here. So if that doesn't hold, the next level I'm looking for is 335 flat to the downside on the triple Qs, possibly to 334 on the downside. DIA, the Dow. DIA, so you see a bit of a mix-up now, right? You see the triple Qs is higher than the DIA now. The DIA was always higher than the triple Qs all along, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average is about 30K worth. So overall, as far as the indices numbers, it is higher than the triple Qs. So it could be triple Qs could be in a little bit of a correction phase where they might come back below the DIA. Just be looking out for that still, and the DIA might be pushing above here the triple Qs. The triple Qs might stay where they're at, but the DIA might go above it to 337. It's just a possibility. Just be on the lookout for them two flip-flopping because they're very close neck and neck right now. You know, so that's just where we're at though. But as far as the DIA, the levels I'm looking out for tomorrow, it did close right there at support. So if that doesn't hold tomorrow, you know, we'll be seeing that downside level here soon. But the upside level is I'm expecting that support to hold. It should see a bounce right to 334.70 in the pre-market. And then, you know, it looks like the DIA probably will definitely get back to about 336 there, 30, and then possibly that 337.50 level next there to the upside on the DIA. To the downside, though, we are right here at support. You guys, like I said, if we see the pre-market red, then we expect that to flush right to 332.50 on the DIA, and then we'll see if that 330 level holds next to the downside on the DIA. IWM, the IWM, right here at support, good level at a high support here, where they haven't been here in a while. If you look back 5 days. You know, they were down here at 172, so that's a good little move right there where they're at right now. They just really got to hold it. So to the upside levels, I'm looking for a push back to 177.20. If you can hold that level, the next level I'm looking out for is 179.10. And you know they want that 180 target on the IWM. It's right there. That's the upside levels they want to get to. They still ain't did it, but that's a possibility. They were close here, right here. They were very, very close, but that's still not it. They want 180 on that board. Believe that. So that's the upside levels I'm looking out for. But to the downside, you know, if this is your top, because it recently has been, to the downside, just looking for a break back below 175. If that doesn't hold, next level it's about 174.33 to the downside on the IWM. VIX, the volatility, the speed of the market, the VIX, the volatility, the speed of the market. Be on the lookout for okay, you see a green candle here just popped in on the VIX, so means some volatility is about to kick in definitely. And this week with all that data, you guys, and debt ceiling talks is about to be very volatile. So you expect a candle in this aspect, or possibly this aspect or that aspect. You see what I'm saying on the VIX, because it's about to get very volatile this week. As you can see on Friday, they left us with one green candle here. So it's just something to be thinking about, you know, this week. But at the end of the day, you know, at the same time too, we are still at the low point of the VIX. So nothing to we're in a bull market. Nothing the bulls are really concerned about as of right now. We still are way below 20, so they're comfortable. They're not panicking or anything. But the speed of the market can pick up instantly, and things can just change suddenly. So it's just something to look out for. With the VIX, you guys, it's the speed of the market, literally. So right here we're at $16.82. So to the upside, you know, if you do see a pullback and the stocks are red tomorrow, and because they're a little worried about the debt ceiling thing not getting negotiated anymore, or whatever the case may be, any bad news, expect to spike back to about $17.79 on the VIX. And if you see that, you'll see this kind of feel right here. These two candles over here. That's probably what it more than likely might end up happening, and then you'll see some pullback for sure. You'll see some pullback for sure on the stocks, and earnings coming out tomorrow might not be good. It's looking at Zoom, so we'll be seeing that if that has an effect too with the VIX. But just keep your eye out on that level to the upside right there on the VIX, and like I said, expect the stocks to be down in the red. But to the downside though on the VIX here, you know, bulls are in control. We just got here. I can see a break below 16, trying to get to $15.59. So that's the goal. You know, if you do see the VIX go that way, you seen all that upside you just saw in the past couple of days last week. Expect that. You'll see the market go full bull mode, even more bullish than what they already are. Basically, if you see the VIX go down to that area to about $15.59, you guys. Netflix. We go over Netflix. And Microsoft, right? That's what we said, right? That's what we doing. Morgan Stanley. We'll go over Netflix first. And tomorrow's recap, I'll have the earnings pulled up, all that over here on the watch list. You guys will see it. But right now, let's go over Netflix. So Netflix, you guys, have really this Netflix really led the move. They really led the market to the bullish point to get us back to a bull market last week off a 2-day move. Netflix did this, you guys. This is why we flipped. This is why we flipped. The market has flipped from bearish to bullish because of Netflix, literally. They did this. They was at 332. 329, you guys. 329 on Wednesday, and then Friday closed. They're at 365. That is a lot of points. That is a lot of profit right there, you guys. That moved the market, like I said, shifted the trajectory to bullish. And that's just where we're at. It is what it is. So you know, this is a big whale right here that brought in off the data. They had a boost on ads. They said about a 5 million plus or 500 million plus ad profit that they had or something. It just shot the stock up, man. The stock just gradually, contracts were up 10,000, 20,000%. It was like an earnings play. It just went straight up, you guys. You know, it just went straight up, you guys. And like I said, from that point, you know, it was what it was. it was what it was. But you know, Netflix is just extremely bullish right now. Let's see here. Let's see. So if I'm gonna show you guys the article that says that, you know, that they're okay, right there. That's where it was, right there. So he's excited about his ad plan. Netflix is excited about his ad plan right now. And Netflix has nearly five. That's what it is. That's what it was. Not dollars. It was people. Nearly 5 million users. But this key figure is missing. So it's still something going on. But you know, at the end of the day, Netflix has ad tier as nearly 5 million users now. So that's a lot of money, though. That does multiply to dollars when you see the people. So that's a lot of people, you know, that's doing the ad stuff with Netflix now. So that's good. So it surged to about damn near, man, about 10-20% in a 2 day span. So you know that was crazy, and like I said, that flipped the market to bullish, and everybody's bullish off that. That brought the SPY, the triple Q, everything's just up right now. The market is up, so it looks like it might be continuation going into this week. Possibly, we'll see on Netflix. You know, if not, if the debt, I think the debt ceiling thing is going to be very key now. If you don't look like you're going to get a deal, you probably will see pullback overall. Because you know, if you got to think, if we don't have money to pay, um, the banks don't want to loan money to pay companies, then it's going to have to pull back. That's the only way the companies can pay if they decrease their price. So this is something to be thinking about. You know, it's just something to be thinking about. At the end of the day, the debt ceiling thing might get negotiated. They might find a deal. You know how politicians do. You know how Wall Street do. You know how things they act like something's gonna be a problem, but then they're gonna fix it. You know, that's just it might be that case. So and then the market might continue to go up as what you're seeing. So something to be thinking about, you know. But from the 1 day perspective on Netflix, they're right here at 365. So just looking for a break back to 368. If you get to 368, Netflix is bullish, you guys. They're going to go to 370. The next level to be looking out for on Netflix, if they hit 370, is about 374 to see if they get there, you guys. And then from that point on, I think the target is 380 this week on Netflix. You know, just to retest this area over here, because it was on to something, you know, and the bullish momentum with that many more users added because of ads, yeah, it can easily go back to 380 right now. Like I said, I think Netflix is a hot stock right now for the summer, coming up this summer. And by July, August, it could be sitting right at 400. You guys, you got to think about the next earnings report. So it could be way above 400. That part. So just think about it. This is Netflix now. But from this week on, you know, we're looking at 380 to be a target to the upside. But you know, first those levels must come into play. 368 first, and on to the next. So we'll see what happens there at Netflix to the upside. To the downside, just looking for if this 365 got a break. If that doesn't hold, and then 363 doesn't hold, the next level on Netflix is about 361 to 360, and you might find consolidation there. You might find consolidation there. If that doesn't hold, obviously the next level is 355. So we'll see there on Netflix tomorrow. Microsoft, Microsoft, right here at 318. So they're breaking new highs as well. All this AI stuff too is at play too. Keep that in mind. Still, Microsoft's a big AI player now, going on with what they got going on. So, you know, will Chat PT prevent a recession, or is AI a baby bubble? That's the questions right now on Wall Street. And I just really think, you know, I think it could be a bubble here, because I think these AI names, these AI companies, whatever, these companies, they've hit their targets. Most of them have. 320 was a target right here for Microsoft. They hit it. You see, it didn't really want that. Came back to 316. We got support right here at 318. So you know now you must to prove. Now I'm not saying we can't get higher. Obviously, it can get higher, But I mean, you know, to prove that you're going higher, you must get above 320 again, obviously on Microsoft. So that's just what we're looking out for. But you know, I think it could be a little mini bubble right now, and then it's going to explode again. You know, because it took a while to get here. Microsoft was sitting at like 305, 307 for the longest. Then it went to 310 for the longest, then to 315. Then it just shot up to 320 out of nowhere. So you just got to be paying attention to it and seeing, you know, how fast and things are moving, really, what the volatility is looking like for you. So at the end of the day, to the upside tomorrow from the one-day perspective, like I said, I'm just looking for Microsoft to break back, but really to that 320 level, like I'm saying. And if you can get to 320, then 322 is in play. 322.50 is in play for Microsoft to the upside. Possibly 325 could be a new target here on Microsoft by the end of the week, possibly end of the month, next month, whenever. But we'll see there on Microsoft to the upside, them the levels. To the downside, though, this is your topic because, you know, it has been looking at the year-to-date here. We haven't been here in a while. Microsoft really got to look 5 years out. So really, Microsoft hasn't been over here since like 2021. So at this point, you know, like I said, Microsoft to the downside, this is your top here. If so here, I'm just looking for this 316 support to break. If that doesn't hold, next level I'm looking out for is about 313.50 on Microsoft to the downside. Morgan Stanley, a bank. Last but not least, Morgan Stanley. We're looking at this bank right here very closely. They're on the brink of, it's looking dangerous, you guys. You know, remember we had the bank collapse. That stuff is still going on. That's still a thing there in the market, and Morgan Stanley is looking like they're on the edge of something. I don't know what they got going on, but you guys, this could be one of those moments here where, you know, you just saw what happened to the recent banks. If not, you better tap in and ask somebody. But it looks like Morgan Stanley is on the brink of doing the same possible thing. And you might want to jump in before it gets very volatile. And this thing gets volatile quick and drops like a knife and they halt it. And you wake up with a lot of profit. You see what I'm saying? It could be one of these possibilities right here in Morgan Stanley if they do not pick up from here, you guys. And that is real. This is a bank. And most banks, when they get to these points, they have been collapsing. It hasn't been support. The only bank has been finding support at getting at the lows has been JP Morgan. But this is a different bank. This is Morgan Stanley. So looking from the 3-month perspective here, we're at the lows, and they know it, and they're trying to figure it out here too. So it's either about to bounce from here, you guys, or this will flush. And it's just something to be looking out for, you guys, on Morgan Stanley. Because like I said, remember, the banks are collapsing. Still, that's still a thing. Really, banks ain't kicking out no bread right now. Still, that's still a thing. Still the bank concerns are still going on, so it's just something to be looking out for too as well. So Morgan Stanley, you guys, like I said, we never know. Never know. We could be looking at, you never know. Just never know. Anything is at play down here right now for Morgan Stanley. If you just, you know, if you feel like this is another bank that's not going to be able to hold up, and you know, as of right now, that Morgan Stanley, they got exclusive news going on with them. So you know, it's a lot with them right here. I'm gonna let y'all see this right here. Tough act to follow. So you know, in the wake of his announcement Friday, retired as a chief executive within a year. So they got a chief executive retire. Succeeding start. Tough in the case of Morgan Stanley, it could be definitely so. So you know, you just never know. So you got somebody retiring, then new people coming in. The new person coming in might want to bring Morgan Stanley down. You just never know. The new person in might want to shoot Morgan Stanley up. They're right here at the lows. So it's something to be looking out for on Morgan Stanley. Like I said, remember the banks have been collapsing. Some of them are already collapsed. So just keep your eye out on Morgan Stanley tomorrow. Upside level I'm looking out for tomorrow. Morgan Stanley is they should bounce right back to about $83. And if they can get the $83 and hold, next level I'm looking out for is about $82.80 there to the upside on Morgan Stanley. Now to the downside right here, if this flushes, you guys, to the downside, I'm looking at a flush to about $81 or $80 on Morgan Stanley to the downside, you guys. That's what I'm looking out for. Them the levels I'm looking out below. If 80 doesn't hold, they're in trouble. If 80 doesn't hold, we're looking at about 79 to 78, 77. If 81 doesn't hold to the downside tomorrow, you guys, or 80 doesn't hold. So we're looking at that very closely on Morgan Stanley tomorrow, you guys. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. So crypto's down. Everything's down. Bitcoin's down. Looks like they're going backwards. Looks like we're getting closer to 25K now, not 30. So Ethereum is looking like we're getting closer to 1,600, not 2,000 now. So we'll see, you guys. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But pretty much that's it. This was the recap here. That's what you need to be expecting. And we'll go over pretty much everything again tomorrow on what happened tomorrow. You know, another recap. So be prepared for that. And, you know, stock futures fall slightly as Wall Street focuses on tense debt ceiling negotiations. That's what's going on right now. So tap in. You see what's happening. That's what the worries is about. That's what the focus is about. And that's what you should be worried about, that you can be more profitable. Stay on the right side of the trade. Stay focused. The market's mixed right now. We'll see what's going to happen in the morning. Usually it flips by then. It's too early to tell right now. So we'll see what happens in the pre-market and the opening bell in the first couple hours. Remember, we got a lot of Fed speakers in the first few hours, you guys. But that's pretty much it. It's a wrap. I'm going to wrap it up. This was the recap of the SPY, QQQs, IWM, DIA, VIX, Netflix, Microsoft, Morgan Stanley with LCAOD. I will see y'all tomorrow with another recap. Peace.